Christ as a life of obedience, ushering us into God's salvation.
Genesis 6:14. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood.
Matthew 20 for 37-39, for just as the days of Noah were, so will the coming of the Son of Man be. For as they were in those days before the flood, until the day in which Noah entered into the ark. And they did not know that judgment was coming until the flood came and took all away.
Noah worked with God and for God. What he worked on and entered into was just God's salvation, the ark. Many Christians only know a historical and distant Christ. But according to the picture seen with Noah, we should have a present and practical Christ whom we can enter into, not just a historic Christ.
And we should work together with God on Christ. Christ is our ark. And in the local churches, we are building up this ark. It may sound strange to us to hear that we should build up Christ, but look at Noah. He was building up the ark, and as today's Noah's, we also should build up Christ.
Today we are saved, but we still need to work on Christ. We needed further salvation from the corrupted world. Our experience of Christ as our life of obedience in order to work out our own salvation is seen in type with the ark that Noah built.
To build the ark is to build up the practical. And present Christ is God's salvation in our experience for the building up of the body of Christ, as the corporate Christ for God's good pleasure.
What Noah worked on and entered into was God's salvation, the ark. We should have a practical and present Christ into whom we can enter as God's salvation.
The ark is a type of Christ. Not only the individual Christ but also the corporate Christ, the church, which is the body of Christ and the new man.
By building the ark and entering into it, Noah was not only saved from God's judgment on the evil generation through the flood, but was also separated from that generation and ushered into a new age.
Likewise, by building the church and entering into the church life through building up Christ as God's salvation. In our experience, we will be saved from God's judgment on today's evil generation through the great tribulation, separated from that generation and ushered into a new age, the millennial age,